Hey drummers, welcome to this free drum lesson. Today I'm going to show you how to play that really cool famous drum intro from the song Take the Money and Run by the Steve Miller Band, drummed by Gary Mallaber. And what I've got for you today is the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars, including those cool drum fills as well. And then also a simplified basic version of the intro groove as well. So sort of hopefully sort of intermediate sort of level with the basic groove, and then to actually play the actual full thing is probably more of an advanced thing. But hopefully there'll be something out there for most levels and abilities to get your teeth stuck into. Let's take a look at the basic groove first, and so we're going to look at the bottom of the free PDF, which you can download from my website. You'll find a link beneath this video to have this printed out so we can go through this together. So we're taking a look at the bottom, the basic groove, and what I've done is basically taken the main drum beat from the intro, and then taking out all the ghost notes, and you can see what the skeleton, the bones of the groove is. So it starts off very simply, 1 and 2 and 3, but then we get a surprise snare drum on the and a beat 3. So we get 1 and 2 and 3 and snare drum on the and a 3, followed by these 2 quick hi-hat barks, 16th note hi-hat barks I call them. I think a lot of drummers call them that as well. And it happens straight after the and a beat 3 on the of 3 and the E of 4, and those 16th notes are played with the bass drum. They open and they close a 16th note later, so we get 3 E and 4 E and The tricky bit there is I'm only striking the hi-hat for those open notes. So put it in context, the whole thing together, we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and sort of up to speed. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and what makes it cool is those offbeat hi-hat stabs on the and the E of 3, sort of pushing the groove up in the air. Let me now play for you that groove up to speed a few times without the microphone on so you can hear just the drums. Here we go. So let's now take a look at the meat and potatoes, the main intro itself, including that cool drum fill that starts it. And we're actually starting on the and of beat 2. So when you first hear those snare drum notes, they're coming in on the and of beat 2. 1 and 2 and what I'm doing there is I'm playing the and the of beat 2 as doubles, right, right, left, left, and they're actually playing as 2 30-second notes each. So and 3 E and 3 E and the drum fill ends with 4 E and the last 2 16th notes on the floor tom. Could be the high tom, but I think he plays it on the floor tom. By the way, you could play those 30-second notes as 4 single strokes if you wanted to, but I think he plays it as a double. It just sounds like something that a drummer would do. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Then we're into our first groove. And it starts off relatively simply with the ghost notes. Sort of Gary gets into the groove as he goes further into the intro. I'm going to leave out the crash cymbal on beat 1 for now so we can hear the ghost notes. First half of the bar, relatively simple. 1 E and 2 and So you can still hear that main groove from the basic groove we showed you a moment ago, but now we're adding in some ghost notes. And the first one occurs there on the E of beat 1, and then on the of beat 2. 1 E and 2 and I don't need to explain to you, hopefully, if I do, then just very briefly, you're just tapping the snare drum. I'm playing the back beats on 2 and the and a beat 3 at a normal volume, and then I'm just tapping, literally just tapping, making sure they sound quiet, but you'll still hear them in the mix. 1 E and 2 and fine. Then we get on to the tricky part, which is before we had 3 and 4 E and from the basic groove. That's still there, but we're going to add in more ghost notes. So the first ghost note occurs just before that and a beat 3 on the E of beat 3. 3 E and that flows straight into the next 16th note, the of 3, which is our first open hi-hat. 3 E and 4 E and And what I did there, between those two hi-hat barks, I played a ghost note. That's what Gary does. He plays a little ghost note there where the hi-hat closes on beat 4. So you've got some lining up to do. When you play it slowly, you might find that your limbs don't quite line up nicely. Do try to play this, do try to play this slowly as much as you can. It will feel weird and uncomfortable because you're having to really space out the notes, but that'll get you locked into muscle memory, hopefully. So 3 E and 4 E and then to end the bar, we get a drag. On the of beat 4, 2 notes, I guess it would be 2 32nd notes technically, but drags tend to be sort of a feel thing. You don't necessarily have to have them to the clock, to the metronome as 32nd notes. It's sort of you're just dragging into, hence the name, dragging into the next note. So just 2 notes with the left hand at the end. So the whole bar together, 1 E and 2, 3 E and 4 E and 1, 1. And we're going to go into the next bar there. So a lot going on there already, but then we go on to the next bar on the second line, and this is where the ghost notes get their busiest. So the first half of the bar, we're getting this kind of idea. And the key bit here is the 16th note before and after the accent snare drum backbeat on beat 2 is ghosted. So your left hand's playing 3 16th notes in a row, which a lot of drummers are going to find very difficult, hence why this is more of an advanced lesson. One E and 2 E and So that's what's going on there. But then the second half of the bar is exactly the same as our previous example. So the whole bar together, without the crash cymbal in the beginning, we get 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. Then we go on to the next bar, which is exactly the same as the previous bar, except, and I might be wrong on this is what I thought I heard, instead of playing that ghost note on the of beat 2, Gary plays just 3 16th notes in a row on the hi-hat. So leading it to like an and 3 idea. So we get 1 E and 2 E and 3. There's no ghost note there. That's what he plays. But the bar ends exactly the same as our previous 2 examples. So that always stays the same. So that bar again as a whole, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. Then we go on to the final bar, which I've got for you, which starts the same as, well, I know it's slightly different again. We get, without the crash, 1 E and 2. So if you accidentally play the snare drum ghost note on the E of 2, as we had in previous examples, that's fine, but I didn't hear that on the recording. I heard 1 E and 2, 1 E and 2 and, so no ghost note on the E of 2. And then we get and so that drag going into 3 E and 3 E and it ends with 4 E and highest tom to lowest tom. So we get 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 E and 1. 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 E and 1. So before I play this up to speed for you, let me play the whole thing slowly, hopefully not make too many mistakes. 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2, 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1, 2 E and Suddenly realised halfway through that I was going to run out of breath, and also because you probably just want to hear the drums, but I'll now play it up to speed for you without the microphone on, so you can hear just the drums. Here we go. So I hope you enjoyed the lesson. If you've got any questions, feel free to email me, rob@drumstheword.com. Don't forget to download the free PDF form from my website. Again, the link is beneath this video. You can print it out, you can save it to your computer, you can do whatever you want with it, you can throw it straight in the bin, up to you. And then while you're over there, you might want to consider signing up to become an online member. And what I currently offer for £97 is a full year's online access to every single full video song lesson I've ever recorded and transcribed. And that's probably over now 750 famous and popular songs where, unlike this lesson, I teach you the song from start to finish, every single bar, every single beat, every single fill. You get the fully transcribed PDF drum chart with each of those. As a thank you for signing up, I give you access to 3 ebooks I've written over the years containing hundreds more famous drum beats, fills and solos. I give you access to loads of little videos teaching you many, many more famous drum beats, fills and solos. And then over the year of your subscription, you also gain instant online access to all the new material that I upload for my members. So you've got plenty of stuff to look forward to over the year of your subscription. But if you've got any questions about any of that, then feel free to email me, rob@drumstheword.com. And until our next drum lesson together, toodle pip and happy drumming to you.